name is Estelle Brink and I am with Jericho Walls International Prayer Network. Today we will look at 3 simple things you can do to help you establish a steadfast prayer life. Now, one thing I know for sure is that deep down, all of us really want to pray. The second thing is that of all the things in our spiritual lives, Christians struggle the most to establish and maintain a steadfast prayer life and a relationship with the Lord. So as you will know, nothing worthwhile in life comes instantly. You will know by experience that when you want to run a marathon, you have to train literally months before that day of the marathon. And if you have especially want to win, you have to do some endurance training to increase your capacity over time, so you will be able to start and finish the marathon. Something of this is also true when it comes to our prayer lives. If we simply persevere in doing at least 3 simple things until it becomes a habit, you and I will certainly begin to see breakthroughs. Even when the life around us takes place and we skip a day or 2, if we only return to follow these disciplines, over time we will become stronger and stronger in our walk with God, and we will be able to hear the voice of the Lord better and better. In general, I have found believers are very excited about the things of God and very zealous in what they want to do for Him. However, when a hardship strikes, the true condition of our prayer lives can cause us to stumble or give up. And that is so unnecessary. Therefore, from the start, give yourself permission to grow in these spiritual disciplines. And remember, even if you keep to doing them 80% of the time, you will still have done 80% more than you would have done before. Whether or not we feel like praying, whether or not we feel the presence of the Lord in our prayer times, when we keep steadfast in the place of prayer, we will grow over time. The first discipline is the easiest of them all. Number 1, set a time. I am very encouraged from the life of Daniel in Daniel 6 verse 10. Apparently he was just a teenager when he came to Babylon, and about 80 years old when they threw him into the lion's den. Daniel had set times of prayer 3 times a day throughout his life, and you can read that in Daniel 6 verse 10. Since his early days, he had that habit of praying 3 times a day. So in building your prayer life, be realistic. Every person's daily program and responsibilities are different. Young mothers will have much less time for prayer as to an older person. Determine what time of day will be the best for you, meaning when will you be the most at peace to focus and pray. You can start by setting aside 20 minutes. And then, after time, when you've built more capacity, you can extend that time to 30 minutes a day. Less is more. So rather start with something that is manageable and then build your capacity from that point onwards. For example, you may decide to get up 20 minutes earlier in the morning to have time with the Lord. Later on, you can get up 30 minutes earlier, and so on and on. So it can happen from time to time that you oversleep, or that you are sick, or that you may be traveling and are not able to keep to your prayer time on that day. That is okay. Just don't stop. Return to your routine the next day. Set your alarm clock, whether it is for you to get up earlier, or perhaps if you have your set time somewhere during the day, to remind you to set your alarm is essentially the first step in this process. Also, something else. Do not take off over weekends. We are not building a prayer discipline because we are doing God a favor. We are doing this because we love Him. So the essential step 1 is decide on a set time you will pray 7 days a week. Next week, we will look at 2 more points that you can follow to help you start and establish a proper and steadfast prayer life.